So hey people, this is Chris Lucas. Today is June 2nd, 2021 here in Indiana. Just got off work, just I don't know, just kind of hanging out a little bit before I go to sleep. Kind of watching this trade and I'm doing like 5x leverage trading. I kind of wrecked myself yesterday. I probably look like the best trader in the world, or one of the best, for like 5 hours. Because I don't really think I made hardly any mistakes. I was rarely, like as you can see right here, I'm in the red, but it's not very much. It's minus 0.4%. And since I got 5x leverage, it would normally with just a regular trade, I'd be like 0.01. Now I'd be point zero 0.06. And well, not 0.06, I don't know, man. I just got off work. 0.06. Yeah, 0.07. So you put that 5x leverage on there, it kind of like pumps everything up. Uh, I raise a little bit more than that now. Okay, so it's like point 0.1, 1.5 now. So if it was like a normal trade, I'd be minus 0.1.5%, but you put that 5x leverage on it, it makes it, 5 times as much basically. But and basically this is a short I got in on comp, put it in at 434.53. It's been as high as 438. I think it almost got up to 439. Now it's kind of coming back down, um, so I'm just kind of and up here. If anyone's new to this is how much money I'm losing right now. Uh, this is how much. Okay, the amount of money I got in this is 270. It's like basically 4.55 plus this number over here, which is under the leverage margin. So that would be 270. At one time in my KuCoin account, I had well, when I first started doing crypto, I first invested in Theta, and I got like a 33, 40, maybe a 33 to 40% profit on it. And and then it's like I was doing pretty good in most of my trades up until then. But then again, the time I got in, you could be a moron and put money into almost anything and it was going to go up. And I think for me to manage to put money into things and not profit, I did like pretty well or bad, however you want to categorize that. Finding things to put money in and because I was still, buying at the tops and things like that. Like I didn't understand buying at dips and everything. I didn't when I bought. I didn't know even how to read a chart. When I started all this. So now comp is about a little more than $2 above the price I paid for it, which is put me in a -6 now. You know, just maybe Thursday, I had almost $760 in my account. I've only been leverage trading for a couple of weeks now. And as you can see, my account's got 270 in it right now. It earlier today, it actually had 240 in my account. Um, now from Thursday, my account almost had $1,000. I had over $1,000 in it. Had I cashed out my trades in profit, I probably would have had about $1,500. The only thing is, I didn't know when to cash out a trade. A trade I had shorts in on Thursday on Matic, and then Friday morning I was up about $200, and maybe even more than $200. And then it's like, I had a cashed out then, and I'd be up 200. And then later on, but I didn't cash out, and everything came back up in price. And I was almost at a loss, and then things went down a little bit. I managed to cash out with about $10. Um, and then like, I had some good trades going on Friday, but because of Sabbath and all, I didn't want to like trade on Sabbath unless I got everything set up. And, so on Sabbath and I saw this one short I had go way up, so I was like way in the minus. But now that I think about it, you got 5x leverage. It's real easy to see like a $15 loss, but at that point, even a $5 loss freaked me out, man. Like I did not want to lose any more money. I was at the point to where even if I lost $1, it sickened me. And as you can see, like normally I'd be freaking out right now, but I'm saying pretty cool, man. Like it is what it is. It says minus 1326. Um, gosh, man, let me go. I need to go look at a chart real quick. Okay, I think oh, it's really hard to say if I'm okay or not. Things, certain indicators. I don't really want to say what indicators I'm using right now because I don't even know what I'm doing is working. I don't know if it's like any kind of secret, and I'm more afraid of exchanges. I don't really care about other people, I just don't want exchanges and wells catching up to what I'm doing. Um, I've seen people get wrecked that way, but uh, I know people saw me leverage trade. Like every time I'm ever leverage trading, it's like, I probably make it look easy because I get online and you see me just like randomly like show you people how to leverage trade. I got $20. Next thing you know, I'm walking away with $25, and you can just think if that was $200, I'd be walking away with 250. But like I said, I'm just kind of getting into these trades just to show people how it works. And I was even getting into my kind of what I thought was bad time, not really the best spot to get in on a trade. I'm trying to be smarter about it, but like when I show people that, I probably make it look easy because I'm like I said, I've been doing it for 2 weeks, but people don't probably know how much I actually study charts and how many different people I listen to. I listen to a lot of different YouTubers at 2x speed. I get like a pretty generalization about what a lot of people are thinking and what's going on in the world. And I tried to catch in a lot of information as fast as possible. But see, right now, I do not know if this is going to go back. I'm just like, I was in such a hole. But at least this is all my profits I got today off of trading so far. I think I managed to make about $20 in profit. Maybe I lose it. When I'm working, I got very little time to get into a trade. I just try, to pick the absolute what I think would be the best spot. But had I been probably sitting at home, maybe I would have picked a better spot to get into it. Um, I'm really surprised this is just screaming up, though. It really shouldn't be. It should be going down. Why is probably because I'm talking and someone's like, "Oh, Newbie's talking. Newbie's doing some stupid stuff. Let's just make Matic go to the moon." Garrel Newbie. That's probably what it is. Boy, I tell you what, man, Bitcoin, I do kind of wonder if, this might sound crazy. But you gotta wonder if Bitcoin might actually go to 38K. I was gambling that it wasn't, you know. But right now, comp is beyond a price I thought it would get to. And the next level it should go to, if it goes up maybe a few more dollars, would be, my guess would be 465. So I'm either gonna profit off this trade, or this is gonna go up to 465 and I need to get out of it. Because to be honest, if I'm doing 5x leverage, man, once this hits once it starts to get about 7%, it kind of does freak me out. If I hadn't have lost so much, I think I got this pretty much down pat now. Yesterday I was trading though, and like I said, look, I probably would have looked like to even some experienced crypto traders. I probably would have looked like one of the best crypto traders ever yesterday for just 6 hours. I would have looked awesome, man, because I was getting in and out of trades perfectly. I was setting my buys, and I was missing all my buys by maybe. Uh, well, see, I was trading comp yesterday, and I was missing it by the most perfect buy by 10 cents, 20 cents. Basically, maybe a 0.5%. Like you couldn't have bought it at a like no less than a 0.5%. It was probably like 0.1%. Like all my buys, man. Every time I chose to get into something, 0.1%. No worse, man. It was like absolute, like I just was in a zone, man. And then all of a sudden, you know, comp looked like it was gonna just go straight. It looked like it was going up, and I had a feeling it was going to go down. So at that point, I was doing mainly just longing it, but at that moment, I chose to go short it, and sure enough, it just shot down. Next thing I know, I'm about $25 ahead. I think $25 just off of like a drop that only took like maybe 10 seconds at the most for it to go from one price all the way down to where I had, I'm sitting there with like almost, gosh, maybe it was a 15 or it looked like 20 or 30% profit. And that's when I got into trouble because then it started going, it looked like it was going to go back up and just shoot up. So I was like, well, I'll go long. And then I lost about $5 because it started coming back down. I was like, oh, now it's at this point where I think it's going to really tank. So I'll go short. And it started to go down. And then all of a sudden it just kind of shot up to where I'm like in a $20 loss. No, maybe about a $15 loss. So I'm like, man. And then I got out of it. And then it just started going down. And then I was like, okay, I'll get in a short again. And it went down for a few seconds and then just went nothing but up. And it kind of surprised me how fast it went up. And there I went from being like 33% ahead for the day, of all my money, to being 30, to go and being 33% down for the day. Oh, man, that's my life, and I just thought I'd share that with people. Like, man, a lot of people probably are getting kind of desperate, thinking about leverage trading, and I tell you, man, that the market, it can be weird, it can be real manipulative, and it can really catch you off guard sometimes. Man, I think this was a bad trade. I was kind of going by everything Comp did yesterday, and it followed almost the exact same pattern today. And there went all my profits I made today. Just like that, all gone. Every single drop. And now it's like, do you hold on? I say this is the time you get out of this freaking trade, man, because it is gonna go down. My account is feeling it. See, yesterday I would have went long in that situation. It's amazing, man. It's like I almost feel like they know I'm trading. Like, I mean, this is about where I projected Bitcoin to go to. And I thought it would fall one more time. I don't think it's gonna do this tomorrow though. Like tomorrow, I think it's gonna do a pattern, about half this pattern, and go up maybe. But everything followed a pattern I kind of predicted it would today, just kind of based off of the past couple of days. This is kind of what I mapped out. So I'm just gonna be patient and hope I'm right. Because I mean, these markets do things like when it looks like they're always after the people going short, though. Like they all like it, like because whenever I'm going short, I never like I'm always getting into the minuses that I would never get into if I was going long. Like every time I go long, I feel like I can predict everything better. But whenever I go short, it's always like they want to like scare you, man. Like I don't know, at least for me. Um, the only time was, like all last week when I was going short, every single short, was pretty much like easy money and predictable. But let's see here. Oh, this is like two times a day, man. I had to see now it's starting to come down. Um, I don't know, man. Like I kind of want someone, but see, this is the kind of stuff I was like getting. Like sometimes I did I don't know. Had I not panicked yesterday, I won't say it's panic. I thought I was being smart because other days when I would just took a loss and had I just like took a loss faster, I would have walked away with more money. I would have walked away with like hundreds of dollars. Um, so I guess there's like just times, man, like I'm learning where you just gotta there are certain times when you should walk away when you see a loss. And there's other times when you just kind of like it looks like a lot and you might have been like, man, those I didn't know there was going to be a better time to get in a trade, but it feels like I lose more money getting in and out of trades. So I'm just trying to pick the just be better about picking the best possible time to get in a trade. And I don't know, that's how it was yesterday. I mean, I thought this one was a pretty good time, and the prices went up just a little bit more than what I was projecting. I mean, I was not projecting 440 because I was going long on this earlier. Bought in at it at 418, got out of it at 432 or 433, and I'm at work, so I just got to kind of like set limits. I don't want to miss profits, so I just got to kind of project a profit and take it. And at the time, the high was like 433 and a half. I set at 432 and a half. And took a and just made sure I took profit, off of that. And now price is coming back down. But I mean, I gotta admit, man, when you get using 5x to leverage, it can be scary. It can be a little intimidating. Especially, I mean, I definitely would not recommend it for a new person. I mean, like me, I tear through probably more information than anybody does per day, unless, at least for a guy that works 12 hours a day, I study a lot of stuff. And I got children I try to take care of and play with every day too. And um, but yeah, I mean, this I really wish I could have had my mistakes recorded. I really wish yesterday I almost did a live stream, but I had to concentrate so much to trade the way I was doing and to get in everything and out of everything so fast and have stop losses set at certain points and had to hurry up and uh, just to make those gains that quickly and uh, make sure I was going in the right direction of the trade at all times. And like I did not have one moment like this yesterday, but the thing I learned about yesterday was the way I was trading is probably not the best. It's probably better. It's probably better that you just pick really good times to get in a trade and really good times to get out and maybe miss a little profit. I mean, if you got the ability to keep checking on it, you can keep checking on it. And like once you're in profit, move up your stop loss a little bit. Give yourself a good cushion, because things are going to fluctuate. You don't want to get um stomped out, and then like you only made $5 of profit, and then the thing starts going up, and you could have been, you could have made like, a 40% gain or something. So you want to give yourself a cushion. Like for something like comp, I probably keep giving myself at least a maybe a $7 cushion. Like this is something. I entered in at like 434.53. As you can see, it went all the way up to, what is it right now? Like it went all the way over $40. So if I would put in a six, made my stop loss at 440, I would have gotten taken out of the trade. That's like $5.50 would have took me out of the trade. I try to make it to where it doesn't fluctuate that much. I mean, to figure in fluctuations, but basically, I learned that it's like I take a lot of time away from my children when I'm in trades where it's like I feel like I gotta stare at the screen like, oh my gosh, there's a certain dollar amount I don't want to lose it, or a certain dollar amount I got to gain. I think it's a lot better when you're like, man, I know this is a really good spot to get in a trade at. I know it. Like this is pretty low for this. Maybe you didn't pick the absolute lowest, but you got pretty close and you're like pretty sure about it. And so you go long on it. And maybe you just start out with like 2x leverage trading. Now, if you're going to do 1x, you might as well just do normal. You might as well just buy normal coins and do it normally that way. But if you're going to do leverage, I would say, 2x if you're going to go long. Now, 1x if you're going to go short, because then it's like regular trading. It's just flipped upside down. And there's more to it. Like I think you're paid when you go short. Like, but I'm not sure how that whole payment works. Like it says like longs pay shorts. I I don't know what that means or how that works. I heard someone, Ryan Matta said, I think that he knew someone that got paid for Bitcoin because they bought it up high and they shorted it. And so when it went short, they were making like $300 a day on it or something. I think it was when he went short. Um, so I'm not sure how all that stuff works. I think like when you're going long, you got to pay, and then they also got like some kind of like timer up here where a funding settlement, which psh, got me, man. And this stuff's I'm still new to it. Like it says, predicted funding rate for the next funding period. When the funding rate is positive, long pays shorts. When negative, shorts pay long. So right now I'm a short. This looks positive. So when funding rate is positive, longs pay short. So I guess that's they got to pay me 0.01%. I guess it's the money I got wrapped up in it. Um, but I feel pretty comfortable in this short, so I'm not gonna. I wish I could have got in. Of course, you wish you could have got in at a higher price, but it is what it is. I mean, you get in a trade, when you think it's a pretty good price. You got to feel confident about it, and that way you don't have to sit there and watch your screen. And because I work, but I can get chances at work to maybe peek at my phone and go, "Oh, okay, this is at a good price." But normally, what I do is I already predict that it should go around about to this price. If it does go this low, I want to go long on it. If it does go this high, I want to go short on it. And I think that's the better way to do it. So you're not wasting a lot of time. And it's just like when you buy coin, when you just do regular crypto trading, you don't want to have to like monitor the whole thing. You just go and you get in at a certain point that you know is a good point. That way you don't have to stare at a screen. And I know, oh my gosh, my mic wasn't even on, or was it? I hope it was. Shoot. Is my mic on? I think it was on. I hope it was on. But anyway, that's just my whole thing, is like when you start trading, study charts, see what the weekly pattern is. Um if you think things might be going on a downtrend, you want to buy into a crypto lower than what the last, like, because you'll notice it's always going up and down. All cryptos go up and down every week, and even daily they go up and down daily. And you just want to catch it, and when it's down, you want to be able to predict around the price that's going to be at the lowest at. Um, Normally, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at predicting, like a 20% gain now. At the bare minimum, like I can always predict a 10% gain. People are probably like, "Why are you down?" Because I do a lot of stupid stuff, risky stuff, and leverage trading. Leverage trading killed me, and then I just did a lot of other stupid things. But I learned a lot. I mean, I tell you what, when you leverage trade, you really watch a chart, you really start paying attention to every little detail going on within a chart, especially when you're losing money. It's like, man, it's like, I don't know. I grew up poor. To lose like $3,000, I think is what I lost, maybe 3,500. I gotta be honest, that hurts, man. Because I just got a job last year where I could even save up enough money to even invest it, and so to lose it, uh, it really makes me feel like just like a failure to my family. I'm just, but you know what? I wouldn't trade it because I mean, this might the kind of understanding I have after losing that money and all the dumb things. If certain opportunities ever came around again, I could probably take $1,000 and easily turn it into probably $30,000 if I saw these opportunities again, certain opportunities. So I don't think I would trade, what I lost, because I definitely have a better understanding of the market. And so, people need to if maybe you're in the same boat as me and you lost a lot of money, and if you are, just kind of look at that loss of money as being an education. I mean, hopefully you haven't done dumber things than me, because if you have, maybe you're not gonna learn. You're really not gonna learn enough. I mean, I did a lot of stupid things, but I mean, it was sort of calculated risk, but I didn't understand how certain things work. Like, I invested into this thing called bricks, which is sort of like pancake swap. But the only thing I didn't understand was, these AM automatic market makers, AMMs, yeah, AMMs, automatic market makers, don't. It's sort of like, oh gosh, like you buy something, they can automatically figure out a price for you, and they can figure out like what's an equal exchange, I guess is a way of putting it. But see, now my account but I got all my money back, but I got it on. I gotta say, I would sweat it, but I knew I made a good trade. I felt like pretty confident when I made a trade. I wasn't gonna pull out because I pulled out other times. Um, because I questioned everything, and when you do that 5x leverage, it gets scary, Like, I mean, when you've lost so much money and you see like, oh my gosh, I'm down 50. You know, had I hung in there yesterday, but the thing was, I was tired. I wanted to go to bed. But had I just but if it wasn't so late, and if I didn't need to go to bed so badly, I could have probably started seeing it go down, and I actually would have wound up profiting. But I've had other trades, like I did get liquidated one time where I lost. How much money was that I lost? I lost a good deal of money. I think it was around 200. It was either 150, but I'm thinking it was like 200. It might have been even $300. I got liquidated. And oh my gosh, I was like up. I mean, I thought I had this whole leverage trading thing down, and I think I was up to almost $1,000 that day. And no, I was over 1,000. I had about 1,200 in my account. Had I just took my profits right there, and this was only a few days ago. And you see what my account is now. A few days ago, had I just took my profits right at that moment, I would have had $1,200. Instead, I thought maybe it was going to go down a little bit lower. And I'm not watching the screen. I'm not really watching things. And I'm like, feeling pretty confident that the market was going to keep going down that day. It was before Friday, because I know Saturday it went down a lot, and but I thought maybe it was going to go down a little bit earlier, to catch people off guard. And then all of a sudden it shot up, and when it shot up, I was in the negatives, And had I been calm, it would have went back down, but it went up so high, and I watched all my profits disappear. And then I was starting to go negative, and it was pretty scary to see that I was like minus $50, man, and a couple of my trades. So, and then the very next day, I got myself in a good situation again, but instead of taking my profits and thinking that, man, and I was like, is this really the floor? It did the same thing again, and I got scared, and I think I took a $20 loss that day when I was up about $300. So, and then I think I can't remember which day I got liquidated. I got liquidated on a trade, and I think that cost me $200 to $300 because I was trying to be patient like I was that time, and it just kept going up and up. And after it went so far up, I was like, "What's $5?" You know, I was like, and it barely, it like wicked up, liquidated me, and then it just went nothing but down. And it was pretty frustrating to say that, like it wound up hitting my target, but it hit my target after it wicked me because I was going short on it. It barely touched it. Like I was like I was on Matic. I think it got Matic by like a penny or two. But it just flew up and touched it and then went straight down. But anyway, that's just my little thing about leverage trading. Since no one's here, I'm just going to end this broadcast.